Hello everybody, I am FedoraG4mer and welcome to another episode of Incoming Indie, this series where I take a look at interesting in-development indie games. Today we are taking a look at Full Mojo Rampage, which is a game that recently showed up on Steam Early Access. It is in alpha, as everything in this series. It's still heavily under development, but it is quite interesting for still being a very early alpha of this game. As you can see, it is alpha version 0.2.83b. What is it? It is a voodoo themed, unfortunately there's only the one quest, but it's a voodoo themed top-down action RPG. I'm not going to try masochistic mode just yet. There is only one quest in it so far. There will be, as you can see, several once they finish the game. Okay, and this screen is your character customization screen. You can choose between different voodoo masks. I will stick with the skull one. These have no stat effects or any kind of effects on gameplay. They're purely visual now. I don't know if that will change as development continues. I kind of hope it does. It'd be cool if they had some cool effects. Other ones are unlocked with medals or from finding them in the game. Only some of them exist. I just unlocked this one. I think I'll stick with that one then. Yeah, a lot of them that are unlocked through gameplay are not in the game yet. Yeah, we'll stick with that one. Okay, then as far as character customization goes, you have your stats up here. You have health, damage, move speed, and shot speed. Well, shot rate, attack rate. And then you have these different pins up here. You start out not being able to equip any pins, and you use money to buy them and upgrade them. And as you level up, which you can see I'm level 10, you unlock more pin slots. I'm up to 4 pin slots, which may be the maximum. I am not entirely sure. Right now I have a vitality pin with extra health, and it's not even upgraded all the way yet. I have the teacher, which is extra attack rate, and it is max upgraded. Let's see, wands last longer, plus 1.2, it's upgraded a little bit. And extra damage plus 23, and that is maxed out. Now these parent Loa, I don't know much about voodoo, so I might be butchering a lot of this terminology, are pretty much like classes, and only 3 of them are in this alpha, and they have the 4 different abilities. When you first play, they only have 2 abilities, and you have to use medals to unlock the other 2. This is the one I tend to stick with. So let's go ahead and get into the game. This is, well, it's an action RPG with roguelike elements. The map that you get here is randomly generated. The levels are procedurally randomly generated. But it does have a certain amount of levels, bosses at certain points that stay the same. And it is that long to beat this one quest, which is the only quest in the game thus far. But right now there isn't a whole lot of different level types. That's a graveyard, that's a dungeon, that's a shrine, that's a special event, and that is a shop. These are also graveyards, just different kinds of graveyards. But we'll go to the first graveyard here. Now I have played this game a considerable amount, and I am rather strong, leveled up quite a bit. So I will pretty much destroy these early levels. The graveyards, your mission is to close the voodoo portals. Now, in a lot of the videos I have seen about this game, a lot of people compare it quite a bit to Binding of Isaac. And while, oh, here's a secret. I'll clear this out a little bit. While there is definitely some Binding of Isaac-like elements, comparing it to Binding of Isaac is so much different than Binding of Isaac. I don't see why people seem to think they need to compare it to it constantly. Okay, here is an item. Plus 1 damage. That's useful. Okay, let's talk about the item system a little bit. When you start out, you have 2 equipment slots and 3 inventory slots. You can only have 2 items equipped at a time. You can find items to increase your equipment and your inventory slots to a maximum of 5 each, I believe. Oh yeah, I need to remap my controls here. I want that one on space. There we go. The abilities are kind of placeholder-ish from what I've read, and it's good because they're not really that strong or useful. I like the ones this character has, like that. That one's useful, but like the class character type that's totem-based sounds cool, but the attack totem dies in seconds most of the time. and it doesn't seem to scale as you get stronger. So I don't know. But it's an alpha, so I really hope for more interesting skills, because skills aren't all that interesting yet. Okay, I just picked up a wand. Now, I don't really like this wand actually, but I'll just use it up. Now, as you can see down in the left hand corner, it is shown right here, and has a bar above it. Wands are temporary items. You know, you can get those pinned like I have that make them last longer, a certain amount of shots, and they will disappear and go back to your standard wand. This is a shrine. You can find shrines inside levels as well. This one, I'm still in development. But in the meantime, drop some coins in the well of this room and you might get a reward. I have a few coins, so let's go ahead and drop some coins in the well. There's a lot of things that outright tell you it's still in development, which is nice. When something doesn't work, you're not left wondering why. And then we got a health potion. I'll grab that and we'll leave. Yeah, but that's one thing I really hope for, is more interesting and useful skills, because they're not all that useful yet. I really don't like this wand. It shoots so slowly. I actually took some damage. It's kind of surprising. Your skills do use Mojo, which is pretty much your magic power, MP, mana, whatever you want to call it. Those little purple orbs I'm picking up refill that. Okay, oh, there you guys are. As you see, I do a lot of damage at this point. I just came to a dead end. Well, I should have been paying more attention. I just need to get to the portals and close them, which each portal will have a little mini boss with it. As for like the Binding of Isaac references, and the progression system in this game is kind of a mix of item pickup centric progression, like Binding of Isaac, and a more passive, progressive, you know, upgrade system at the screen you saw. That persistent progression system, but to a much lesser degree and not as focused on it. It's a mix of item pickup progression through every playthrough and persistent progression. Got another item here. What does it do? Do more damage when standing still. Oh, that's a pretty useful item actually. One thing I will say is the item pickups are kind of... Oh, this guy is like a little voodoo doll. And he always drops an item when he dies. Attack rate and speed. I think I'll take that over 1 extra damage. Now you can pick up items when your equipment's full and stick into your inventory. So if you do happen to get an item that increases how many equipped items you can have, you can be holding on to an item you want for that. And in a good run, if you actually get all the way through the game to beat it, you will probably max out your inventory size and your equipable items, just because those items are pretty common. Critical damage plus 25%. Nah, I don't want that. Here is the totem and the mini boss. I don't usually see this mini boss on early levels. Okay, just die please. There we go. He dropped another item and I'm not paying attention. I'm getting hit. Okay, we will pick this wand up. No, I don't want that. Okay, just drop this wand. I really don't like this wand. I don't know what this wand is. Oh yeah, it's the Ray of Awesome wand. That's actually what the description says. Shoots an awesome ray, which is generally pretty awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and destroy that. Every time you destroy a portal, you get a medal, which is used for unlocking things. We got items everywhere, and I have no slots to use them. Well, I'll use a potion just to get to full life again and pick this one up. Attack rate plus 0.2. No, I have a better item on already. Allow you to resurrect once. Nah, I don't want to waste an item slot for that. Okay, let's follow the quest pointer here towards the other portal. But yeah, the items are fairly boring besides a few interesting unique relics. That's why all the equipment items are called our relics. What do you do? Oh. Weapons last longer, so that's wands last longer. And gold fine plus 10%. Nah, neither of those are all that useful to me right now. Okay, destroyed that. Now I just need to find the exit. As you see, those medals also dropped from just normal enemies as well. Every now and then. Okay. Hey, thank you for giving me a wand. Open this chest. It's just a health potion, which I'm pretty full on already. So this is the exit. But if there's enemies nearby, it won't let you through it, and the enemies just kind of spawn whenever they feel like it. And that's the first level down. Now this is generally a lot harder when you first start off. When you first start off, this game is actually rather difficult. I've heard some people talk about it being one of the most difficult games they ever played, but I don't find it that difficult. After you play a few runs and get some gold to unlock and upgrade pins, you can ramp up in power quite quickly, and I actually got through this entire alpha game. It didn't take me all that long to get to the point where I could beat this quest, and it seemed like the power ramp was perhaps a little too fast in my opinion, but this is also only one, we'll go to a dungeon, only one quest, that there will be multiple quests in the future, so it didn't take me long to get through it, but that's assuming that that's only because very little of the game exists so far compared to what the plan is going to be. So a dungeon is a little different and a little more like Binding of Isaac. You get in a room, it locks until you defeat all the enemies and leave the room, and the dungeon, the point of the dungeon is you just get to the end of them. There's also traps, which are interesting, like these just shoot you in that direction. They're really easy to avoid, and they'll shoot me into the spikes. So dungeons are just to get through them. Okay. There's treasure chest. All of this money can be used in shops you find in the game, or when you finish the game / die, whatever money you have left on you is brought to that character select screen for you to upgrade pins and unlock pins with. So money has multiple uses, and if you spend some during your run at shops, then that's less you'll have at the end of the run to spend on more permanent upgrades. But you do generally make quite a bit, so if there's something useful in a shop, you're better off buying it anyway. Okay, which direction could the exit be? Oh, this one's full of traps. That's like a laser turret trap thing. I don't know what that potion does. It's a temporary buff potion. It's a different kind of healing potion. I think it heals more. That thing's tracking me now. I don't like that. I thought it should shoot at me, but apparently it's not going to. Oh, just everything die, please. I do wish there was an upgrade for range. Spikes. One complaint I do have about the game is the controls seem a little floaty. After I clear this room, I'll try to show you what I mean. I don't know, you can't really see when I'm letting go of the button, but I'm just pressing it real quick, and then it has a little bit of a slide before you stop. And there are some little trap rooms in these dungeons that are a giant pain in the ass because of that. Alright. There are a lot of windy through spike type trap rooms, and the floatiness of your movement, especially when you get a few speed increase items, it can be real bad to try to control it. Huh? What are you? Hi, backer? I'm the Wanderer. Supposed to give you a lot of amazing stuff. Maybe I'll propose to you some, huh? Some business, okay. Or just some random pranks. Right now, I'm still in development. In the meantime, I think I have something for you. Thanks a lot for supporting us, Voodoo Bros. Spread the word and earn some good karma. You gave me an item. Attack rate, critical damage. Okay. I've never seen that guy before. I'm seeing a lot of stuff I've never seen before in this run. That's crazy. I've played quite a few runs of this game. How it mentions backer, that makes me think this was originally a Kickstarter game, which I was not aware of. Being that I follow Kickstarter stuff pretty closely, that's kind of strange that I wasn't aware of it, but perhaps it was a game that was Kickstarted before I started my channel, since my channel hasn't been going for all that long. But yeah, floaty movement. I wish that would be tightened up a little bit. It might be intentional. If it is, it's a design choice that I am not exactly a fan of. Alright. Got spinny fire traps here. Whoa, we got a mini boss kind of thing. That is, I don't like that. We got another one of these buff totems. I'm finding all kinds of crazy stuff in this dungeon. Nothing of interest in there, just a little bit of money. But yeah, there's only 2 types of levels, but there are... Ooh, I should heal. How am I almost dead? This is like an easy early level. Talking makes it harder. But this is the exit, thankfully, so... But there are some interesting events at those question mark points that can have different types of levels besides the 2 that are the primary level types. In fact, I kind of want to show you one of those, but it's a little far away. So I'll probably pause recording and start recording again once I can get to one of those question marks. Okay, right after pausing the recording, I died like an idiot. So I started over, got a new generation, and I've not made it to any question marks, but we'll just take a look at a shop real quick. Show you how these work. They have 4 what seem to be randomized items. Is this damage +1, healing potion. This is my favorite kind of wand right here. And you can also sell things. This little pool here at the top. I'll sell the wand that I'm going to buy another wand to use anyway. So drop it in there and money flies out. I'm going to buy this wand because that is pretty much my favorite wand type. Some wands also add to your base damage while you have the wand, so there's more benefit than just a different kind of shot. So let's go ahead and fight the boss real quick. This is the first boss, Mandingo. Resurrect item, I don't want it. Just waste an item slot. Now I do have an item here in my inventory. Most inventory items, unless you're holding a relic to equip later, are one-time use buff type items. Healing potions, and this one increases all stats, which I will gladly use on the boss here. And, oh, run right into his attacks, apparently. This boss was real difficult the first time, but I'm much stronger now, and you know, I know his patterns pretty well. And defeated the first boss. I dominated the first boss, is what I did. So that's full Mojo Rampage. As I said, it's on Steam Early Access. You can get it for $20. I will link to that into the description. So far, I'm really liking it. There's some things I'd like to see. More item variety, more interesting items, more interesting skills that are actually useful. Some of the skills are very useless, actually, especially the totem character from what I've seen. More level variety. For the core mechanics, I really enjoy the game. I just want to see more variety in content. So that, you know, that's a good thing. That's the part they continue to add. But for the core mechanics, it all works really well, and it's a lot of fun. Kind of Binding of Isaac-y, like some people have said, but the combat is much different. It's free range of shot. It's more of a Diablo kind of combat than it is Binding of Isaac. You should really check it out. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this game. There's also multiplayer, I forgot to mention, which sets it apart from a lot of other games of the genre. There is multiplayer, co-op, and competitive. There's death matches and capture the flag and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. You don't see a whole lot of multiplayer in this style of game, so there's a lot of special events. But I don't feel like doing our level in this video to show you one of them. These question mark special events could either be all text-based stuff, like choose an option, answer a question, or it could actually be a special kind of level, which some of them are really interesting. But I highly recommend you check this game out. It's an alpha, there's a lot more to come, and I'm looking forward to what is to come. I've been FedoraG4mer. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you next time.